here. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Actually, I have a video clip where the Vancouver Police tell me to phone 311 if I have any complaints about the shit show that I'm forced to live with. And quite frankly, I do. So I'm going to complain. First of all, there's a structure on Hastings Street, across the street from 40 East Hastings, that is the size of 3 times my freaking apartment. Okay, first of all, that's a fire hazard. Have we not had enough? We had a deadly fire down here. I don't know if you guys ever seen fires, but you can check on my YouTube channel, Debbie Hellion, and the Apocalypse. But quite frankly, it's a nightmare. We no longer have even police protection from threats, daily threats. Daily threats. We've been stabbed. We're forced to use the road. And now it seems like the gangsters are coming in with their fancy car, so we have to go to the second lane. We're forced to compete with buses. We're forced to smell the poop and pee. It's like you guys don't know the 1500 centuries plagues were caused by poop. When are we going to get our street back? We have no freaking wheelchair access. Why don't we deserve wheelchair access? A wheelchair guy got stabbed in our building for trying to get some wheelchair access. Are you there?
Yeah, I am.
I'm very, very, very upset. You're lucky I'm not swearing. The only reason why my swearing Tourette's isn't coming out is because I've smoked 4 joints in a row. I have been all over your Mayor Stewie's Twitter page. It is violent. These are not homeless people. I watch their drug tents. These are hard drug tents. This is a nightmare. We're all on our last, piece of sanity. We're thinking of putting up hoses in our apartments and just flushing them out. That's how bad it is. This is summer, okay? All of us are fucking going crazy. You can't have people living like this and not expect us to go crazy. I'm on the verge of crazy, okay? It's hard for me not to jump out of my 4th floor window and land on those fuckers at now. I have to pour water on them because they wake me up in the middle of the night. I'm 60 years old. I can't afford to move anywhere else. And the only thing that's good that's coming out of here is my YouTube channel got like 60,000 views in 48 hours after the newspaper picked me up. I'm madder than hell. This is a 1500th century freaking shit show. Okay, poop doesn't belong on the street. Urine doesn't belong on the street. The rats are moving into our building because it's not safe for them out there. What can I get a phone call of when you guys are going to fix our street?
Let me take a look. What's your apartment address? Is it 40 East Hastings?
Yes, it is. Oh, okay. Am I upset? And the amount of death threats I got, I should have a handgun. I know there's handguns in those tents because I've seen one when I walked past it, and so have other people in our building. We know that they have more weapons than we do. I've even seen someone walking with a sword. Who do I phone? 311, there's the guys walking with a sword, because we're not allowed to phone 911 anymore. But if you actually think I would listen to anyone and not phone 911, that's crazy. I'm one of the people that would phone 911 if the noise is too loud and I can't pour water on them and they're down the block. Because I don't give a shit. That would be crazy for me to actually spend an hour and a half phoning the non-emergency number. I am so upset. Everybody in my building's upset, except for a couple of these scumbag druggies that support the poop and the pee outside and the lifestyle.
What I could do for you, Debbie, is I can pass along this feedback to the mayor and council just for review. Typically, though, if you would like a response, they do respond by email. Did you want to leave yours?
Yeah, they can respond at Deb, Resener. That's a German Jewish name, very rare. We've been through, a genocide before because I'm German Jewish. At gmail.com. So
the first spelling, that was deb.resener@gmail.com.
You Google that name. They nearly wiped us out, okay? There's only under 300 people. We've been through a mass genocide, and you guys are genociding us out, making us live in conditions that could explode into a 1500th century frickin' diseases. There are diseases out there. I see them. So you're lucky that I'm being really calm and that I took some time out and smoked 4 joints in a row. And ate a cannabis muffin, because normally I would be screaming at you. because I've gone mental, okay? Nobody can expect anybody to be mentally sane down here. The mayor should be forced to live in a tent with these, let's call them fuckers at this point, because we've got so many death threats. And getting stabbed coming out of your building in a wheelchair, can you imagine? We're in a senior citizens building. What is that? Oh, and he hangs out with Sarah Bly. You know, I know Sarah Bly, and I have never met her, but I will scream my head off of her because actually she was running Oppenheimer Park, and two women were very upset, and they were like in their early 20s, and they told me Sarah Bly had told them that when they're raped in Camp Oppenheimer Park, they're not allowed to complain about it. That vile woman has also popped up her oops tent right by a senior citizen building. I had to scream and scream and phone her and scream because you know what? It didn't work phoning her answering the machine and asking her, please move the fucking tent. It's a senior citizen building. No, I had to scream. I had to go on a rampage. Then she had a junkie with a dog that was vicious, and she let go of her dog when she was nodding off, and the dog tried to attack my dog in the stroller. And you know what? I boot fucked the dog, and the dog doesn't attack any other dogs or bark at any other dogs, and she won't even give me the $20 she owes me for street training her dog. Or Sarah won't. They're so lucky. I can walk back. Oh, and then I had to deal with threats for 2 or 3 months from this junkie, and honestly, I could have killed her almost, because I have women's self-defense. In my 40s, I went to a women's self-defense course, and they asked me why I was there, because actually some of my moves are deadly, and they made me go away. Can you believe it? So this little skinny crackhead, and honestly, I have post-traumatic stress. Sometimes if I get into a fight, I don't know if my stop button will work. Do you know what I mean?
I understand.
I feel sorry for her, that woman now, because she's native and she's so skinny. I think she's going to die. You know, I think Sarah Bly has enabled her right to death.
She the one living in your apartment?
No, she works with the Oops people. Some of the Oops people are nice that work there. I have no problem with them. Some of them. This was a vile woman. Just a vile woman. Could you imagine you walk out your door and right there is a Oops tent, and they argue with you, call you names, and threaten you when you don't want their Oops tent, and a whole bunch of junkies blowing smoke up your nose? You know, I don't even know if I can pass a hard drug test. I don't even think the Vancouver Police, most of them that work down here, could pass a hard drug test. We're forced to inhale it. That enough is enough.
I'm just typing down.